Okay, so if it's a habit or emotional response for you to seek solitude or to seek being alone while you process an emotion or process a trigger, then this video is for you. As someone who recognizes this deeply, because I too used to need to be alone every single time I was triggered, because as a child, that was the safest thing to do. Apologies if you hear my cat in the background. He wants a cuddle and he'll get one in just a sec. I want you to be aware of how potentially this emotional response, even though it provided you safety as a child or whenever you needed it when the trauma was happening, if you are in a space now where that trauma is not happening, then I need you to try to see it as not a very supportive response pattern. When we go through trauma, these things are put onto us, these issues are put onto us, and we are the ones left to process it. But when it comes to actually having to heal and work through these patterns and work through these emotions and get to a point where you feel emotionally free and regulated and capable to process these emotions, you shouldn't be doing it all alone. And I know that maybe that can be hard to hear. Trust me, it's been hard for me to hear because this is one of my most profound patterns. But just because this was a survival technique for you does not mean it is actually supportive of your growth and supportive for your body, because what you're still teaching and showing yourself is that you have to do it all alone and that it is not safe for you to allow in support or love or whatever it is. When we have this pattern, this applies to more than just being triggered. This will apply to other areas of your life too. So I want you to also be aware of when else do you tend to retreat inwards or seek solitude when things happen in your life, whether it's stress, whether it's friendship, whether it's money, whether it's business, whatever it is. Try to think about how and when else do you tend to feel like, no, I don't need help, or I don't need outside support. Because this pattern for me was in everything and it was kind of crazy. But it's because you learned that you could only trust yourself, but this places a burden of doing it all on your own onto yourself. Why should you keep carrying the burden of trying to fix or move through things or work through things with trauma and emotions and projections that were never actually yours to begin with? That's a logical way to view this, but on an emotional level, hear me out. As human beings, we are social beings. We are meant to grow up in communities of feeling supported and feeling loved and feeling held. Your belief that you have to do it all alone and that you can't be supported is keeping you stuck and keeping you from receiving the love and support that you actually deserve and need to function, feeling capable, feeling confident, feeling worthy, feeling deserving, feeling supported, all of the things, right? If you struggle to feel supported and you feel like you're constantly asking for support, but when it tries to come into your world, you reject it, this is a big sign that this is an issue for you. Especially if you're trying to heal and move through trauma or move through patterns and conditioning that you experience and you're, again, just trying to better yourself and grow. But if you still have that response to do that in solitude, you're not actually allowing yourself to grow in the way in which you need to close out that cycle, to close out that loop. I used to believe that I had to heal everything all on my own because I was the only one capable, because I had all the answers within me, which on so many levels, yes, is true. You do have the answers within you and they are your emotions to process, but we heal more efficiently when we are shown proof outside of us that we are growing, that we are supported, that we are allowing love in. Because that's the whole point, right? We're not just healing to get through the pain, we're healing to let the love and the joy back into our lives. At least that's what it became for me. I got so caught up in trying to do it all on my own. I was stuck in healing loops and I was never letting anyone help me. I wouldn't even tell anyone the things I was going through because I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't think they could help me because they wouldn't understand. But that wasn't the point. I didn't actually need someone to understand. I didn't need someone to break it down for me. I needed things outside of me so that I could feel supported and feel held whilst I learned to do this for myself. And it's just a basic need to feel loved and supported. It is a basic fucking human need. And when you're pulling away, you are not allowing that for yourself. And that's why I created a framework, Path of Pain to Power, because we need things outside of us to lean on to help us look inward for the answers. And it's not about giving away our power, it's about taking our power back and still knowing that we are worthy of receiving love, receiving support, receiving outside guidance and advice so that we can close out all of the patterns that are still affecting us. It's not that you can't do it all on your own, it's that you're not meant to do it all on your own. These issues were not yours to begin with, so you are not meant to handle it all on your own. When you place that pressure on yourself, your body can never fully recover. Your body can never know true love. Your body can never know true support. Your body will constantly be in cycles of burning out because it needs something to lean on. It's why we have the feminine and the masculine. We lean on the masculine things around us, whether it's friendships, whether it's people, whether it's a framework, whether it's counselors, whether it's one-on-one appointments, whatever it is, you find something that works for you so that you can lean on and be reflected and look and be given answers and triggers and mirrors to look inside of you to help you process what is inside of you and heal the things that need healing. If you're curious about a framework where you can start to be given some questions and be given some pointers and be given a step-by-step process and framework that teaches you how to go inwards and teaches you and shows you the parts of yourself that maybe you've overlooked because of this belief and because of this patterning, then Path of Pain to Power could be for you. But what this video is really about is I want you to trust and know and hopefully eventually let in the support that you deserve. Trust me, it was hard for me as well, but I realized that I was just doing this to myself. I was causing myself the same pain and suffering that I believed I deserved when I was younger. So it's not that you think you can do it all on your own and that's why you're doing it. It's actually you don't feel safe to be supported because you never got that when you were experiencing that level of trauma.